Hello everyone, welcome back to our sculpting anatomy lesson. In the last lesson we used some image planes to kind of block out this guy's form. So in this lesson we're going to go ahead and dive in and start to kind of define where some of this form is. So I'm going to go over to my front view. Let's go to look through. Okay. And I'm going to make this kind of small. Actually, before I even dive in here, I actually need more geometry to be able to carve in some of these defining lines. So I'm going to go to human body. I want to add in some subdivision levels, like the mesh, add a new subdivision level. I'm going to go up to level, let's see, let's do level 3 for now. Okay. And what will really help me is to actually just project these details onto the space mesh so I can just carve right over the top of them. So I'm going to go over to layers. I'm going to go over to my paint layers, create a new paint layer. This one's just going to be called projection. Okay. Go to my paint tool, go to the projection paint tool, and inside my projection paint tool I need to actually import this as a stamp to be able to make this work correctly. So I'm going to go over to my stencils, click on this add stencil. I'm just going to go and click body sculpt to bring that as a stencil. Okay. There it is. It's on white, so that's good. Hold down S, and bring it down to scale. Make sure this guy overlaps. And really, let's see here, the background one, I mean turn off. So we're going to go to the front, and let's go to the image plane. Let's just turn off the visibility on that one. Okay. Okay. So now I can go ahead and project this onto my base mesh. So I can go. I kind of want to do it lightly, but I can use the layers to control how much this shows. So may as well go for 100 to begin with, but I'll fade it down afterwards. So go ahead and just paint this on here. Okay. And I can go to the side view, look through over there. Also turn off the visibility on this guy. Actually, I think that I'm just going to stick to the front view for now. So I'll just go back to my perspective, and that's good enough for now. Okay, so what did this do for me? This made it to where now I can see where his pectoral region is and his abs. And this lets me kind of go in. We'll switch over to my sculpt layers and add one in. And let's just call this one base muscle. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to define in where his ab region is. So I'm going to go over to my sculpt tools. I'm going to go over to where foamy is. And it's on strength 2, so that should be okay. And I'm just going to start to add in some volume. Where his abs are. And this has a little bit of a tuck up, but it should kind of come up into this region here. So I'm going to add some volume in here. It starts to get kind of, and you can see where the texture is stretched, but that doesn't matter. I'm actually using this texture. I'm just using it as a something to help guide my muscle structure. So I'm just kind of smoothing out some of this in here. I'm going to invert it and just kind of cut in for a minute. Okay. I'm going to bring smooth back down a bit. Let's bring it down to 30. And I'm going to use the pinch tool. That will help bring some of these edges in a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to use the smooth tool again over the top of that. So I brought the geometry in a little tighter, but now I'm kind of relaxing a bit. So that kind of helps define that pec region. Let's go back over to foamy. I'm going to go ahead and push in a little bit in here. There we go. Again, I'm going to use my pinch and just kind of bring some of this together. And then again, I'm going to use my relax and smoothen it out. Okay. Let's see what that looks like without the projection on top of it. So we'll just toggle back and forth, see what that looks like. Okay. You can see some indentions in here that I'm not really super happy with, so I'm going to go ahead and add some volume in there. And I'll just keep smoothing. Okay. So this pectoral muscle, it kind of goes up and tucks underneath into the armpit. So let's go ahead and just push in right here. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring that projection back. Okay, so up in here, this is where the collarbone region is. Let's go ahead and bring in some of the collarbone. Oops. Start right in here. Okay. Just give it just a little bit more height. Okay. I'm just going to smooth some of this down. Okay. Bringing some of this down a little bit more. Okay, that's good. This main muscle here that goes up into the neck, we're going to go ahead and add some volume in there. This one goes up. Let's see, it connects right behind the back feet here. It connects right down by the collarbones together. Just going to smooth that back down as well. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and toggle off our paint layer again. Okay, looks like this muscle's going up behind the ear. It needs to be smoothed down some more. It shouldn't be that big going up behind the skull. So. Okay. I think smooth is actually, yeah, it's still on 30. That's why it's taking forever. Okay, let's smooth that out. This as well. Okay, let's move down the layer. We're going to go back to our paint layer. Turn it back on projection. Okay, so I'm going to add in the abs now. So let's go ahead and go switch back over to foamy. First I'm going to carve in, and then I'll build up. So let's go ahead and kind of start, see how it is like right behind where the pec is. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here. I might need to go up subdivision level already. I might need to go up to 4 instead of 3. Let's see if we can get to working place. Yeah, you see how it's got the quads going already. That's not good. So think we're just going to go ahead and step up a subdivision level. So I'll just press Shift D. That'll bring you up another subdivision level. Oops, they might have gone. It's only 4. I've hit it twice, so we'll see. Yeah, it's top down. Oh, no, I did go up to 5. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop down. Let's go step down. So again, we're going to, I have to create a new sculpt layer. Okay. Oops. Still doing a little bit, but I think I might be able to smooth that one out. So, okay, and then we're going to dig into where it's in here, and we'll just okay. Oops, I want to make it look weird. Okay, and now I'm going to go and add some volume. That's too much. Let's go to strength. Let's do it down to 1. Okay. Let's go ahead and smooth this in. Go ahead and shift and smooth those lines. Okay. I know this feels counterproductive, like we sculpt in, and then we make it fade back in. But that's kind of how sculpting anatomy is. You gotta build it up and then smooth it away, and eventually, like, all of it starts to kind of run in the right direction. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick off the paint layer again. See how that we're looking. All right, so now we have the abs are starting to look more like abs. Go ahead and kick that back on. Smooth some of the layers out over here. Get rid of that quad faced look. Okay, I want to push in on this just a little bit. Just this one spot kind of was looking a little bit odd to me. Okay. And let's go and see about adding in a wax. So some of the wax will you'll turn on the stamp as well. That'll make it to where it starts to look more like it's supposed to. Let's go down to, let's do 2. And like that. I'm going to dig in again right around here. Smooth around the outside. Okay. Smooth all this too. Okay, come along on the chest side. Now, I'm just going to smooth this briefly. We are going to want to break up the symmetry on this. Usually the abs are kind of somewhat staggered a little bit, but we're not going to do it quite yet. Something I want to do that before we hop off from this video is I want to add a little bit of volume to these arms. So we can do that pretty easily with the bulge. Bulge will take care of a lot of it for us if we do it right. Be careful of bulge though, because it does make toward the geometry and it's spraying apart a little bit. If you're not careful, you end up with something you're not really after. I'm just smoothing off this area really quick, and then we're going to go over to our layers, go over to paint. Just want to kick off my paint layer again. Now I just want to add some volume in here, so I'm just going to go to bulge, set it to 2. Okay, you see how it just starts to, it's almost like sculpting, but it's a little different. I'll make it toward the geometry will actually go into itself a bit. A little too much there. There we go. Okay, that's better. Just smooth all this off. Make sure smooth is at 100 still. Yeah, okay. Just smooth all this. Okay. Alright, so we did some good work on blocking some of the muscle structure for this lesson, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off here, and we'll pick it up in the next lesson. So Frank, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.